are you doing, sweetie pies? Hi. Hi, Stephanie. I'm going to put you first. There's definitely something that has happened over here. I've got you 3 times and I've got you really quick into the live, so let's go on forward with it. Let's go see what I've got for you, sweetie pie. So hold on. Hold on. All right, so we're going to start this off with Stephanie. Then we do have Julie, and we also have Mimi. So hi everybody, how are you doing? We are so close to the end of the year, sweetie pie. Hi Hanson. So we're gonna start this off with our beautiful love over here, Stephanie, and then we're just gonna move on forward. So you ran into him last night. Okay. Okay, let's go see, sweetie. Hold on. We're going to start on off. I was just reading your questions. We're going to start off with the first one. So, just one single second. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, let's go like that. Oh, no, wait. So you had quite an eventful evening, I shall say. We're going to start off with the first question. So you ran into him last night. You're wondering what kind of feelings, what was going on, and everything of the such. I've got you. Hi, Pertinacity. It is nice to see you too, sweetie pie. Alrighty. Let's go see. How are you doing, Pertinacity? I just got your questions, my lover. Anyways, I got a question. You went into my email. I will be with you shortly, and I will leave you a timestamp. Okay, sweetie pie. Definitely leave you a timestamp. Just give me a few moments, sweetie. Here we go. All right. Let's just start on off with this. All right. So, here we go. I have this, I have this, I have this, and I have this. And I do need to put you a timestamp. Timestamp is going to be at 4 minutes. So 4 minutes it is. I'm going to put Pertinacity. I'm going to leave you a timestamp, my love. You are going to be after MZ and Mimi. So there's a couple people before you, okay? So I will definitely leave you a timestamp. Otherwise, you'll be up in about, I'll say, 15 minutes, my love. All right. So how is he feeling? Honestly, from what I can see over here, we were looking towards the future. We were not necessarily into a place where there was a lot of stress to begin with. All right. I feel like seeing you all together was, oh my God, is this a sign? What is going on? There was a little something that was going on over here. But at the very same time, I don't feel like he was into a very action type of movement or move. So he was pretty much keeping a lot of stuff poof towards himself. That being said, he had a lot of feelings that were hitting inside of himself also that he was not necessarily talking about. So did he actually have a desire? I would say yes, but I feel like the desire would have been different if there was nobody else around. I feel like the dynamics that were around were kind of hindering in as many ways as possible. May it be with you being with somebody else, him being with it was too chaotic for anything to happen to look towards that future. If you would have been alone, he would have been alone, it would have been a completely different situation altogether. From what I can see is there was a strong emotional reaction. It's not something that it was casual, not something that was indifferent. The first feeling that comes through is something of a mix of surprise, a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of tenderness that is mixed on in. But it feels like he was caught off guard, but it also kind of pulled him into a lot of emotions very, very quickly. So there was that sense of, wow, there you go, right? There was a little bit of bittersweetness. There was some softness into the energy that was there also. But I feel like emotion-wise, he was trying to process a lot all at once. There was curiosity. There was lingering affection. There was a bit of vulnerability. And it didn't feel like it was anger. It didn't feel like it was avoidance. More like someone trying to keep their composure while feeling more than they actually expected to. So yes, he did have a desire to talk with you, but I'm also sensing a lot of hesitation. I'm sensing a lot of pride. I'm sensing some fear of opening on up because things have not been sorted on through. So yes, regrets. Yes, a lot of things that kind of shifted at that moment. But that's what I can see over here. So the encounter definitely did stir something within him, and I feel like he is still thinking about it, but it was a complicated type of encounter altogether. Let's go and see your second question. So we're going to put this away. And all right, here we go. So let's go for the second one. Here we go. Okay, just 1 second. Here we go. Now, about him seeing you with a guy that you met last night. Dancing, the holding hands, that whole dynamic. You know, I really, really strongly feel that one was kind of brought upon the other. It's like one intention and one movement kind of brought a lot of movement onto the other side. Yeah. I feel like you did something, he did something, and you guys just kind of you can't say alimenté. You guys nourished each other's issues into a way, if you will. The more he did, the more you did. So it was a little bit of a toxic kind of environment altogether. Not the good place, the right moment for anything to actually develop between both of you guys at that moment in time. It definitely did hit him emotionally. I feel like the first reaction I'm picking up onto is some jealousy and some discomfort. Again, not the type of place where you want to open things up, right? There was an awareness, like a sharp awareness that maybe he no longer has access to you. So it kind of feels like it caught him off guard, almost like he expected to see you alone or still energetically a little bit unavailable, but kind of realizing that you guys still share something between the both of you guys. So I feel like this triggered, honestly, possessive feelings that he didn't expect to feel, a sense of loss, a quiet internal kind of ooch kind of a thing. So even if he tried to play it cool onto the outside, inside I feel like he was thinking things like, okay, well, she's really moving on, or someone else gets that closeness now. Well, but that used to be to me, right? That's where that possessiveness is coming on through. So there was definitely like that wake up energy that was there. Seeing you happy and seeing you connected with somebody else made him feel suddenly like, okay, there's a gap that is here that is slowly distancing each other. But I don't feel like there was anger. I feel like it was more a certain amount of sadness, of longing, of realization, a regretful reflection, if you will, like maybe he shouldn't have let things go all the way to that point. So yes, it did affect him, and it did trigger deeper emotions that he has been suppressing altogether. So it was an interesting kind of an evening from what I can see. Let's go see your last question over here. So he was with somebody else. We're going to go and see about that. And then I'm going to move on down into the chat if you're saying anything, because I can't see it at this moment. Here we go. All right, here we go. So, about Jonathan showing up with that girl last night all together. It feels like it is something of onto the passage is what it feels like from what I can see at this moment. It feels like the connection between them feels deeper. It doesn't feel deep. It feels like there's a certain connectedness that is there, but it doesn't feel like it's something onto a deep level. What I'm picking up onto is more of a situational, more of a convenience-based kind of a dynamic. Probably a little bit like you and the guy that you went out with. So something that kind of feeds the ego, something that's distracting. It is what it is. So something that's going to nourish him emotionally, but then that's it. We're kind of turning the page. We're closing the door upon it. I feel like he's using this connection to avoid sitting with his unresolved feelings, to kind of prove to himself, hey, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. To prove to his buddies at the same time, I'm okay. So this just kind of kept his mind a little bit occupied altogether. But, you know, I am going to say between the both of them, I do feel like there was somewhat of a physical chemistry. I'm not going to say everything was horrible. There is a sense of chemistry between both of them. But it is a very surface level type of affection. It's not something that isn't of an emotional compatibility or long term or anything of the such. It's good for one night. It's good for what we're doing at this moment. And that's pretty much what it is. So when you say that he looked unhappy, well, that aligns because this is not somebody that he's looking forward towards into the future. It's something we're going out, we're having fun. It is what it is. But it's not something that's nourishing his heart, his soul, his wants, his desires. So the energy around him feels like it's somewhat restless. It feels like it's unfulfilled. So it doesn't really matter who it is you're going to bring into his life. He's always going to feel like he's unfulfilled. He's not giving his cup to anybody else. So there's that emotionally disconnected that is there even when he is present with her. So yesterday, a little bit what was going on is a little bit of overperforming the affection, like leaning in to appear a little bit more confident, to appear a little bit less unaffected, projecting an image rather than reflecting how he truly does really, really feel. So this doesn't necessarily read like somebody who's invested. It's more like a rebound energy. It's more like a distraction. It's more like somebody who's trying to fill in space, but temporarily altogether. Hi, just Janelle. I'm sorry, the chat was like frozen for a moment. I've got pertinacity, and I do have over here just Janelle. I'm going to put you over here. Thank you, sweetie. I'll be with you guys shortly, okay? Thank you for joining us, and happy holidays, by the way, my loves. Okay, hold on. So, that is good, that is good, that is good. And you cross paths multiple times. He doesn't look at you directly. He looks down every time, exactly, because he knows what he did, right? No, he doesn't look at you eye into the eye because he feels bad, because he feels guilty, because he knows that he's wrong. And yeah, he was with somebody else also, but yeah. Julie, you didn't miss your reading. You're up next, my sweetie pie. Nice to see you. Yeah. Oh, Elaine, I'm sorry, sweetie. Yeah. I'm sorry, Elaine. And yes, Julie, you're up like at this moment, sweetie pie. So, my beautiful Stephanie, what you need to know is this. What you saw yesterday, I want you to see it as it's like a projection. It's like a movie. There's a scene, right? You want to go out, you want to, a little bit like you're still holding on to him. You would still like something to happen with him, but at the same time, you're living your life, you're doing your thing. He's trying to get out a little bit of his hermit kind of a zone. He's trying to go out, he's trying to have some fun. But where there is love, there is love. Where there is unresolved issues and unresolved emotions, they are still there. So there is a lot of unknown. There's a lot of unseen. There's a lot of unsaid. And there's a lot of unresolved. And that unresolved is so strong, and it is there. That's what's a little bit, if you will, feeding everything all together. It's that unresolved type of a feeling. So he is into a place where he's not happy, but he's trying to deal with it as best as he possibly can. He's almost trying to play a little bit like a theater piece, like everything's okay. Now, people who are really close to him will know the difference, but anybody else would not. Hold on. I'm going to go and see our beautiful Julie now, okay? All right. I've got you, Julie. Here you go, my beautiful Julie. Just hold on. Let me just go and get your questions. Up next is gonna be Julie, and then Mimi and Pertinacity, and just Janelle. Stephanie, just give me one moment. I'm going to answer Julie, and I'm going to answer your question right after, okay? I'm just going to go and answer Julie's first because I had mentioned that I was with her, and I will answer you right after. So you don't have to go too far, okay? Just hold on, my love. All right. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh no, wait. I'm trying to get into it. I'm like, oh, here we go. But you sent them into the email. I don't know why I was all the way gone into there. Okay. So here we go. And Stephanie will be with you in just 1 second, sweetie. Okay. Here we go. Just 1 second. Okay. So, what specifically about your last date and conversation has been onto his mind altogether? Stephen, I'm coming to see you right after. I feel like what keeps her playing for him is not just a question, my beautiful Julie, of just events. It's the emotional tone of that time together. So I feel like it's the warmth. I feel like it's the environment. It's the warmth. It's the comfort he felt being around you. It's how safe and how natural that connection really just felt. And it's the way that you listened and the way that you understood him, but it's also something that you said that made him reflect more deeply upon himself. Whatever it is that you said had something to do within himself, but also had something to do within his work. There was something that you specifically said, and I feel like it is him, but it's him and related to, you said something when he was talking about something with work that he is relating to himself, but he's also relating to the work and to his relationship with you. And I can't quite pinpoint what it is, but it's something you have said specifically. And that is what he's actually kind of thinking about at this moment. So it kind of feels like your last conversation touched him a little bit onto a deeper level. And whatever this is something that you said, not thinking, not knowing, not wondering and thinking, oh my God, this is going to go so far. He's going to think about this. He's going to wonder and he's going to ponder and he's going to meditate. No, this is just something you said like that out of the blue. And he just kind of held on to it. And so that's what I can see with this. And whatever that was made him feel a little bit more vulnerable and made him feel like he was a little bit more protected into some kind of a way. So I feel like he's been reflecting a lot on how you share and how you show that you care, how you show your patience, how you show your emotional presence, the softness that you have at that moment, how meaningful that moment that you guys shared was together. So yeah, I feel like this is a sense of him wanting to make things better for next time. Not because he feels like last time was wrong, but because he feels like he wants to show up more fully, more emotionally open, and more aligned with how he truly feels for you. So there's like that beautiful quiet intention around wanting the next time that you're together to feel more meaningful, wanting to communicate better, wanting to be less guarded. So it's not that he's planning actions impulsively, he's emotionally just more preparing himself. Okay, let me go into your question, your second question. All right, here we go. The guilt that you're sensing, well, that he's saying, and whether he'll actually, that he is sensing, and whether he'll overcome it. All right, here, hold on. So, the guilt, is he going to be able to overcome it? All right. The guilt. There's a lot of guilt into his energy, but there's a lot of guilt into his energy lately. And all that guilt is revolving around the fact that you do so much and he's not doing as much. Today, when I was doing your reading twice, I told you we had this little Four of Pentacles where he's into his little teapot. Again, he's appearing into his teapot. So you're right. The energy of guilt is there, but it feels like guilt not about showing up more consistently, but it feels like guilt about pulling back when feelings are, or when they get too intense. It's guilt because he knows that you've been patient and you've been loving. It's not the kind of guilt that pushes him away. It's a kind of guilt that makes him reflect, that makes him mature, that makes him take responsibility internally. And that's what we've been wanting him to do. So we don't want him to spiral. We want him to process, but we want him to process and we want him to regain that confidence. So this phase that you're into, this plateau phase, feels more like an emotional recalibration. It feels more like a self-evaluation. It feels like he's confronting different fears of vulnerability and also commitment. So he's slowly shifting from, I'm scared of disappointing her, to, I want to grow so I can meet her where she deserves to be. And this is growth energy. It's not a collapse. So your silence and your emotional steadiness is actually helping him step into accountability onto his own, face his feelings without pressure, rebuild confidence from within. So he doesn't need rescuing or soothing. He needs that space to integrate, and that's what he's doing at this moment. So over time, this internal shift, if you will, is going to become with more openness, with more emotional courage, and a stronger desire actually to reconnect, but into a more meaningful way. And when I mean meaningful way, I mean into a way that feels genuine for you and for him, where you guys reconnect together. Exactly, sweetie. Valerie, thank you, sweetie. Absolutely, my love. Absolutely, sweetie. We'll leave you a timestamp, my love. Thank you. Hold on. All right, Stephanie, I'm coming to see you. Hi, Big Cleo. I've got you onto the list too, sweetie. Everybody will have a timestamp. We're here tomorrow, guys, by the way, also. There's just the 31st that we're not, so hold on. Stephanie. And leave you. Absolutely, we've got you, sweetie. Elena, depends, sweetie. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. It really just depends, sweetie. You get a timestamp. You get a timestamp. You get a timestamp. If I don't have time, sweetie, no. But if I do, I do. It depends, my love. I do have a long list tonight, Lane. All right. We are going to go and see Mimi. No, we're going to see Stephanie. Stephanie had another question. And I said that I was with you, so just 1 second. Jonathan's feelings and intentions towards you. I got Stephanie. I got you, sweetie. Hold on. Let's go and see that at this moment. And then we're moving on forward to Mimi. Okay, so let me just give a little bit of a list at this moment. I am currently on Stephanie for a couple minutes, moving over to Mimi, to Pertinacity, to Just Now, to Valerie, and to Big Cleo. If anybody else is onto the list that I didn't mention, I'll add you on in wherever you appear into the donations. Okay, sweetie pies? All right. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go, Stephanie. You are at no 12 36 15 plus 36 15. Okay, here we go. So Mimi and Pertinacity are on up next. There is still a want and a desire, my beautiful Stephanie, for a reunification, okay, with our beautiful Queen of Cups, which is represented by you over here. Our King of Pentacles doesn't know what to do with the situation, however, so he is into a place where he is feeling like he is somewhat a little bit lost. So emotionally, he's very reflective, but he's also conflicted when it comes to you. Now, there's still those real feelings that are there. We do have you into the Queen of Cups position, but he doesn't always know how to show them outwardly, which is where the difference is. He doesn't know how to do it. He loves you, he cares for you, but doesn't know what to do with it, doesn't know how to show it, doesn't know how to move on forward, doesn't know how to break that barrier. So it feels like he's been thinking about, the connection much more than what he's letting on, because of the emotional bond and because of the history that you do share. So there's a lot of curiosity about you. There's a lot of that lingering attachment, and there's some emotional hesitation that is there also. So it feels as though he feels drawn back to you energetically, but at the same time, he struggles with vulnerability and the follow-on through part. So parts of him want the closeness and wants the comfort and the chemistry and the familiarity that you two do have, while another part kind of pulls away when he kind of feels like emotionally this is a little bit too real. So he's carrying a lot of guilt about the past behavior. He has a lot of avoidance around the responsibility or the communication, and he has a tendency to suppress his feelings instead of actually addressing them. So his intentions at this moment are more uncertain than anything else, because he doesn't want to mislead you, but at the same time, he's not fully grounded to give you what it is that you need. So there's a lot of emotional confusion. There's some self-protection. There's him trying to keep control over his feelings. So even though he does still care, he doesn't seem ready to step forward consistently or offer something that is emotionally stable at this time. So this is a little bit of a sense that he reflects onto you more than what he's actually thinking about, but his actions are not aligned with his deeper feelings. So it's like if I'm saying, I want to eat this cake, but I'm not going to go buy it. I don't feel right buying it right now. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm going to wait a little bit longer, but I'm going to think about it. I'm going to wonder about it. I'm going to fantasize about it. Oh my God, I'm going to salivate about it. Maybe I'll go get it in a day or two. This is it. It's a want, it's a desire, but not being able to go and get it, not being able to go and purchase it, not being able to go and make the movement, not because he doesn't want it, because he has other issues that are blocking him that he needs to figure out. So that's what he's into at this moment, my love. As crazy as it is. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient, by the way, tonight. It doesn't make me feel like he truly wants to work and build onto the connection if he's playing out the field and just being, I know, but my beautiful Stephanie, I want you to think out of the box completely. He was with somebody else last night and you were with somebody else. So think about what he's thinking at this moment about you. He's thinking the exact same thing that you're thinking. You see how wires get disconnected and connected in crazy kind of ways? When there is no communication, there is only a visibility, and what is perceived and what is seen is not always reality. Sometimes we try to get ourselves distractions. It's not because you are seen with somebody that you want to be with that person. Very far from it. But sometimes it's often just a distraction. So we do have to be very, very careful about that. Elaine, I do have you onto the list, sweetie. You can send me your questions, my love. We are going to go and see Mimi at this moment, okay? All right. Ooh, but yeah. Me. Hold on. All right. Just 1 second. Here we go. Mimi. Hey, love shine. Are you sending cups of coffee? Also may come back if I ask about his dad. He'll be listening live, so don't do back to back. Okay, I got you, sweetie. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna go get I'm gonna go and get the questions of Mimi. Okay, here we go. So Mimi it is. Mimi, email. Here we go. Up next is pertinacity. So pertinacity, please do let us know if you are here, sweetie. And here we go for Mimi. Mimi is at I don't know, Love Sean. I think there's a confusion over here that we are both a little bit confused about. 4630 for Mimi. Maybe. All right. Back onto work. We're going to go and see MT. Absolutely. Let's go see what's happening with MT. What is up with MT? Up next is pertinacity and just Janelle, followed out by Valerie and Big Cleo. And then we have Elaine. Watson, 10:30 is going to be our usual time for tonight. I am going to add on in our beautiful Love Shine right over here. So here we go. This is what I'm going to say for you at this moment, okay, sweetie? Okay, for your intuition about the dynamics, it's not wrong altogether. I feel like the energy around MT feels like it's defensive, but it also feels like it's very territorial. She seems to be protecting her position, trying to appear more important, and kind of trying to align people to her side to kind of strengthen her influence, if you will. So it's less about you personally and more about her onto her own insecurities and fear of losing control. Now, about the fruit incident altogether, it doesn't really feel like it's something that was of an innocent type of an accident. It does kind of look like it's more passive aggressive. So I feel like this actual incident is more to subtly kind of exclude you, to a little bit kind of test your reaction and also see what kind of signals, you know, what kind of happens into this circle. So she may later pretend that it was unintentional to avoid accountability, but the initial action does not, it feels like it's, how could I say? The initial action does feel like it's completely deliberate is what I want to say. Now, Sam, on the other hand, comes on through as being very, very much easily influenced rather than somebody who is malicious. So it doesn't feel strongly against you. He's more of a follower. He's more trying to keep things safe. He's more trying to side with whoever benefits him more at this moment. So I'm going to say he isn't standing on integrity, but just a little bit more maybe of convenience. And that's why he doesn't necessarily feel trustworthy to you. Now, as for how they see work altogether, CH actually respects your capability and consistency more than what they say out loud. They see you as somebody who is more reliable, somebody who is more independent, somebody who is more emotionally stronger than others actually realize. MT sees you as somebody that she can't control, cannot, all right? That makes her uncomfortable. She doesn't dislike your work, but she feels threatened by your presence and by your maturity. As for AL, feels more natural, but recognize your effort. They sense your exhaustion and they see you as somebody who does their part, even when maybe you're feeling a little bit unappreciated. None of them actually see you as weak. They see you as quiet, but they see you as really quite powerful. And that's where all the insecurity kind of rises on in around you. So about next year and next week and CH leaving altogether, honestly, there is a possibility that MT will actually try to step into a bigger role to kind of take charge, no doubt about it. And if that happens, I feel like her management style is going to be more a little bit of micromanaging, emotional. Definitely, it sucks, but definitely playing like favorites. However, I do see limitations around her authority. I feel like she's not going to be able to fully have the power that she expects to. Others are going to question her decisions, and her behavior might actually even reflect badly on herself, not on you. So I'm going to say, as for you, you're being seen as stable, as experienced, as emotionally grounded. I'm going to say next week looks for you like people politics, subtle tension, you staying observant and staying detached. So you have to look at all that, sweetie. You're not meant into all of this to actually join sides. You're meant to remain into your own lane while others expose themselves to their own darn actions. All right? You're being guided through this onto your own side into the best possible way. But you do need to know that this is a temporary, okay, phase. You are protected to this environment and everything that's kind of going along with it. That being said, I am going to give you a message. So just give me one little second. I'm going to give you a message from the universe. The universe is reminding you that you are not falling behind, that you are simply being redirected, my love. I'm on Mimi at this moment, my beautiful Elaine. I am. And I do have you onto the list here after Big Cleo, sweetie. In about 35 minutes, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 people. So about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, sweetie. Absolutely, my love. That is good. That is good. That also, so we are going to go and see pertinacity, and you are hold on into my email for both, perhaps. Oh no, you have ended things with N. Oh no. And the other one is into the email. No, you're not wrong. If he's been playing around and he's been doing crap, yeah, no, sweetie. Let me go to the email, okay? Hold on. Just 1 second. Let's do this. I'm just going to go into the email. I'm going to give you a timestamp. So let's do this and let's go over here. Okay, so pertinent. Oh, here you go. I got you. Okay, so we're actually going to start on off with this, and then we're going to move on forward into the dreams. All right. So just 1 little second, and I am going to put you over here at 54. Hi, Game On. Nice to see you, sweetie. I will definitely leave you a timestamp. I do thank you for your donation, but you're probably going to be up in about 30 minutes or so, sweetie pie. Yeah, pertinacity. This is just not a good thing. No. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna go and look at the situation altogether and see what's happening with that. And we're gonna go and look at your dreams. So, did you actually make the right decision altogether? I feel like you already know that you did make it from a place of self-respect and clarity and emotional maturity. Finding 3 months of those type of messages is not just a misunderstanding, a moment of weakness, or a small mistake. It really shows that there is a pattern of deception and emotional betrayal that is there, sweetie. So your intuition had already been kind of sensing that distance and that emotional inconsistency, and this discovery simply confirmed with your soul actually already knew. So you're not wrong for walking away. Good for you. You're actually protecting your heart. His actions altogether are showing a lack of honesty and emotional instability, an inability to actually fully kind of commit, and a willingness to actually, he had a willingness at this moment to actually live a double life because that's what he was doing. So it really has nothing to do about you not being enough. This is about him not being aligned with the kind of love that you actually deserve. So I'm going to say for you, right now, it's more of a relief beneath the shock. It's more of a quiet strength that's going to be rising, within you. You need something that is healthier. You need something that is better. You need somebody who's going to be there for you. You don't want anybody who's playing games behind your back in any kind of shape, form, or way, because he's going to continue to do it into the future. Even if he said that he would stop this one, there'll be somebody else who will pop on up at some point in time. So this is somebody who has somewhat lost your trust and is probably never going to be able to gain it back again. So my love, I will say for you altogether, good for you onto that one. But I am sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry that it did end into that kind of a way. I do know also that this person will definitely try to come on back towards you at some point in time. They will try to justify themselves. They will try to gain back that trust that they have lost. But what they did, you need to be very careful. So did you do good by doing that? You did. As for your dream about being the teacher altogether, we're going to go through each one of them. The dream of being a teacher, that is about your identity. That's about immaturity. That's about your own personal authority. In past dreams, you were a student. That means that you were learning, that you were adapting, that you were receiving a certain guidance. But here you became the teacher. So that kind of means that you're stepping into a wisdom that is gained from experience. You're integrating lessons from past relationships, and you're preparing to guide yourself for moments where there is more clarity. Basically, this is a transition from an emotional dependency to an emotional sovereignty. So it kind of feels like a little bit of a marker of growth after everything that you've actually been through. As for the second one with the third eye and the putting water back into the bowl, which is a very interesting one because that one actually has a very strong spiritual symbolism, because the third eye appearing is calm and controlled. That actually suggests a deeper intuition. More awareness of the truth, more ability to see through illusions, more alignment, more outer perceptions. So the fact that you could hide it without fear means that you're feeling safer into your intuition. Feels that you can choose when you want to reveal or when you actually want to hold back different type of insights. The spilled water altogether that you return to the bowl symbolizes emotional situations that are flowing a little bit out of control, however, that you're now able to contain, maybe try to restore, and maybe try to regulate them. Because your waters are about emotions, about subconscious, it's about memory, it's about spiritual sensitivity. So putting it back suggests that you're claiming your own emotional power and you're restoring balance after the actual disruption. Now, the sister who is saving from muddy, hold on just one second, from muddy water and the snake. Okay, we're going to go and look at that. Hold on. We're going to go and look at the snake. Just now, you're going to be on up next, love. And then Valerie, Big Cleo, Elaine, Love Shine, and Game On. Okay, hold on just one second. All right. So the sister, the muddy water, and the snake leaving. Here we go. The muddy water is about emotional chaos, sweetie. It's about uncertainty, but it's also about stress and confusion. It's a situation where the truth is hard to see. So I'm actually going to say your sister entering the water to save your niece is a protective type of an instinct. It's sacrifice, it's responsibility, it's courage. This actually reflects, I feel, your concern for family well-being, for it could be generational patterns that are being confronted, and maybe even just somewhat a little bit of a breaking of a cycle through action. Now, the fact that you were praying while they were in danger symbolizes that you have faith, that you have spiritual protection, that you're calling in a certain, if you will, guidance rather than reacting impulsively. The water becoming clear afterwards shows that there's clarity after the confusion, shows that there's truth that is surfacing, shows that there's healing of a situation after an emotional wound. The snake leaving represents a hidden threat, a deception, a suppressed tension. So altogether, I'm going to say this is about you needing to release any type of drama that is around you, detaching from old emotional entanglements, from protecting you from something that no longer is good into your life. And the dream number 4, the N and the letter torn top and your new dress. The N asking about her urgent letter is a communication that is not yet expressed. It's unresolved thoughts. It's things that are left unsaid. He asked you if you received it and you said no. That means that whatever his wishes he could say never truly reached you in real life. The urgency reflects his anxiety and his unfinished business, not yours. Him entering into your home, that's your inner self. It's your own emotional world. It's your own boundaries. So him being inside indicates that he once had access to your emotional space, but no longer belongs there. Your mother questioning his presence represents intuition, protective instincts. Her hugging him says that there's a compassionate closer. Like there's an acceptance, not a reconciliation. The torn top onto the clothing means that he is torn, that he is damaged, that this is unwearable. That means that the relationship is no longer fitting who you are at this moment. Now, the new simple dress that you didn't recognize, that part is actually quite beautiful. It represents you evolving. It represents your authentic self emerging. It represents being grounded and natural and real and not performative. So that's what you actually have to look at. What your dreams actually do share all together is a lot of protection, a lot of emotional cleansing, a lot of releases of old cycles, a lot of spiritual maturity, and a transition into somewhat of a new identity for you. So that's what you have to hold on to altogether. Basically, what I'm trying to say is into all of these dreams, what you're actually doing is you are reclaiming yourself. You're acting in alignment with your truth. Your emotional patterns are somewhat clearing. That's what you have to. Exactly. Exactly, sweetie. It's my pleasure, my beautiful pertinacity. And they were all completely related together. I'm sending you much love, sweetie pie. And I shall see you soon, sweet one. Just now, you are on up next. So we are going to put you a timestamp and we are going to go and see over here. Have yourself a lovely evening, sweetie. And if I do not see you from here to the beginning of the new year, I will wish you a most beautiful beginning of new year. And may this new year bring you everything that you want and desire, my love. Just Janelle, hold on just one moment. Zach, your divine connection, you don't know how to feel about this connection. Your friend wants to step you out with this guy, Josh. Okay, we're going to go and look at it. We're also going to put you a timestamp. And my love, you are going to be at 46 minutes. Which seems weird. Wait, that doesn't make sense. No, 107 makes sense. All right. Okay. And Valerie's going to be on up next. And messages for 2026 up next. Perfect. I can, my beautiful Julie. It is a little bit of a long list, though. So you're going to be up like in about 30 minutes or so. But I'll definitely send you a message when it's your turn, sweetie. All right. Okay, just a second. Okay, so about the connection with Zach. Here we go. Valerie and Big Cleo and Elaine are going to be the following readings. I saw, Elaine, that you saw ghosts, sweetie. I did. If you saw them, they wanted to tell you something or something of the sort. There was something you need to figure out from it. Yeah. Ghosts are actually a little bit all over the place. It's just that sometimes they decide to show themselves to us. As for Zach, I feel like Zach does carry the energy of somewhat of a soul level type of connection, meaning that there's a deeper thread between the two of you. Like, this doesn't automatically mean a romantic destiny. However, I do want to make clear the divine connection shows that there is something to learn, there is something to teach, there is something to grow. This person's going to be able to awaken something into you into a way that can result in something beautiful, but not necessarily into a committed relationship. Right now, I feel like your uncertainty is valid because I don't necessarily see a committed relationship. I feel like your heart and I feel like your intuition are trying to process whether this connection is actually good for you. I feel like it is good for you because I feel like there's lessons, there's chemistry, there's personal growth that is tied to Zach, as much for you as for him. And we all have to go through all these transitions in order to be into the ultimate place with the ultimate connection of our life. So even if this person is not necessarily following through a traditional romantic path, I do believe that this person is definitely meant to be into your life, and there is something that we do need to follow on through with it. So I would encourage you to see where this goes and how far you want to go along with it, to see what is necessary to gather for it for your own well-being. Well, for him also, but I'm talking about you because you're the one I care about. About Josh altogether. Now, your friends set up with Josh. Let's go see. Yeah. I do have our Hermit. I do have our King of Cups. Okay. I feel like your friends set up with Joss is a chance to explore new energy and see what else actually resonates with you. I need you to think of it a little bit like a friendly experiment. Your heart can recognize the difference between the genuine attraction and the curiosity or the comfort. You don't need to commit immediately, but you do need to pay attention to your heart and the way that your body responds. Let your intuition kind of guide you along with this. Basically, what I'm going to say is this. Zach, a very meaningful, potential karmic divine connection. Observe, reflect, don't force anything. Josh, a casual opportunity to explore something, to explore some type of chemistry in some kind of a way. But keep it light and keep it open. But into all of that, your intuition is going to be your best guide. So notice the feelings, the comfort, and the clarity. I need you to trust your inner voice. You don't have to figure it out right away. Basically what I'm saying is Zach's not your person, Josh not your person, but you definitely need both of those people into your life to learn something along the way. So might as well learn and have fun as you're onto it. If you're going to be onto a learning spree, let's learn and have fun. But they're not meant, neither one of them are necessarily meant to be your forever person, sweetie pie. Valerie, just let us know if you're here. Big Cleo, also Elaine, I know that you are. So Valerie, Big Cleo, and Elaine are going to be the following readings. Then we have Love Shine, we have Game On, and we have MZ. And donations closing in 12 minutes. But hey, we're going to be back tomorrow, guys. So we're okay. We're not gone. We're back tomorrow. Here we go. So your general energy altogether for January 2026. It feels like there's a month where there's fresh beginnings, where there's clarity for you. It feels like there's energies that are aligning with reflection and planning and taking practical steps. All of these things, but towards your goals. I feel like it's a time for you to assess what truly matters to you and to release what is no longer good for you. I feel like there's different opportunities that are going to arise for you in career and projects. It's going to be a little bit of your time to showcase who you are, your skills, and your initiative. Relationships and connection, I need you to be as honest as you possibly can, sweetie. Honest communication. New connections are going to appear. Existing ones are going to deepen. And we're going to see what's going to be prioritized from that. Onto your personal growth altogether, prioritize yourself, your emotional balance, little routines, mindfulness, creative outlets, all those things. Basically into the month of January, you need to trust the timing of your life. January is going to be a month for you of intentional actions and self-awareness. Remember that. You'll be good. Plant the seeds for the success and the clarity that you want with the people, with the career, with the wants, with the desires, with the passions, everything. Intentional actions and self-awareness. Both men that you talk to me about, they're both meant to be into your life, but very temporarily. Somebody better will be coming on in. I can't quite say when. For some reason, I have the month of March that is popping on through, but it could be a later time, sweetie pie. No, this is not you, Elaine. No, it's not you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, had nothing to do with you, didn't it, Elaine? I'm gonna go and see. That was for just Janelle. Yeah, I'm gonna go and see at this moment. Valerie. Okay, hold on. You would have said, "Oh my God, Lisa is off her knockers tonight. Nothing is making sense." Okay. So hold on just a second. All right. So we are gonna put a timestamp for Valerie, Elaine. No, you're not even next. Big Cleo's next, and then it's you. Yeah, I kid you not. It's a long list tonight. It is. Hold on. All right. All right. So here we go. Valerie, I don't have a timestamp for you, so just a second. $117. All right. I'm glad to hear that Eric's birthday, by the way, went really well and the Christmas went well. Here we go. Okay. What I'm going to say for this is this. The general energy for you, I feel, is a little bit of a reset, but also a renewal period. I feel like it's a lot of you taking care of yourself, you grounding your energy. I feel like this is a lot about you prioritizing yourself. It's about setting your intentions for the year, and it's about releasing what is no longer good for you. I feel like you're going to feel like you're a little bit more reflective than usual into the upcoming days, but I feel like this is very positive. I feel like it's a time to reassess your priorities and kind of focus on what truly makes you happy. Onto your career and onto your personal life, my love, I feel like the first few weeks are going to bring opportunities for clarity, also some alignment. Different projects, different type of little routines that are going to come along. I need you to take your time with your decisions about quality, not quantity. Any actions that you're going to take now is going to lay the foundations for the rest of the year. So I really need you to pay attention to it. In regards to love and Eric altogether, I feel like the energy with Eric is coming into the upcoming weeks as being more warm, more affectionate, and more open-hearted. I feel like there's a natural flow of closeness, of understanding, but also beautiful little shared joys. There's small gestures, there's communications, and all those little things are going to go a really, really long way. I feel like he's likely to be very present for you emotionally, but you're also going to be able to see different little moments where your bond is simply going to feel deeper and more connected. So my guidance for you is to take things step by step. Allow yourself those little moments of pause. Focus onto yourself, focus onto your own boundaries. By doing so, the month of January is going to bring you a lot of clarity, a lot of insight, and a lot of positive energy. I don't see any single thing negative coming for you into the month. I see progression in love. I see good things happening financially. I see you within your boundaries and yourself being good. So I'm going to say this is a beautiful month for you, and stay grounded, stay intentional. Everything is onto its right way, sweetie pie. All right. Big Cleo is going to be next. And Big Cleo, I'm just going to go and see. I think that you probably sent it into my email, but let me go see over here. All right. And here we go. I got you over here. All right. Okay. Just 1 second. All right. You are going to be out, my love. People thought you were weird. No. I've seen many ghosts into my life. My mom has seen many ghosts. And ghosts are a part of life, I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay, so Big Cleo, here we go. Elaine, you're next, followed out by Love Shine. Big Cleo, just 1 second. Is it going to approach, will P approach another woman romantically before approaching you with a romantic intent? Okay. That's a different twist of the question that you usually do have. All right. It seems not very probable. It seems as though it's kind of complicated, not necessarily something that we want to do. So I'm going to say no. I don't feel like we want to. I don't feel like it's into our energy, and I feel like it's just extremely complicated. Is he going to approach another woman before actually approaching you with any type of emotional intent? My answer is a clear, absolute clear no. Not interested in any kind of shape, form, or way. It's not happening. Now, is he going to approach you with romantic intent and choose you eventually to be with him? Look at that. The exact same card we got just a moment ago, my beautiful love. We have our Temperance, we have our Tower, we also have our Hanged Man who is moving. But now I do want you to notice that our Hanged Man is moving and our Tower is into the reverse position. Which means that this is about changes, it's about modifications, it's about a situation that is changing at this moment because we're recalibrating something, because there is movement, and ultimately we have our Ace of Cups. So will he approach you with a romantic intent and choose you eventually to be with him? Well, the answer is a clear 100% yes. And Happy New Year's if I don't speak with you from here to the New Year's, my love. Elaine, you're next. Hold on. Elaine. Let's go over here. Oh, Watson, you can close up the readings for tonight. It's all good. All right. What is this? Okay. Here we go. Again, my beautiful Elaine, I am sorry for, for the answers that you received. Let me go see. I do have 2 things from you. And here we go. Okay, so here we go, sweetie pie. All right, Elaine, here we go. Oh, game on, Scram. It's my favorite message. Yeah, I know. Game on, you are on up. I have a love shine, then you're gonna be on up next, my love. All right, okay. Hold on. All right. Hold on just a second. My page is like frozen. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So why did you recently have... Here we go. Okay, sweetie pie. About your recent dreams, the schools, the future ideas, and the white rabbit. Their dreams, they're symbolic, there's no doubt. All right. They point to memory, to life chapters, to identity altogether, and to unfinished business or unfinished lessons. I'll put it that kind of way. Journey of the high school, the elementary school, and the college actually suggests that you're revisiting past versions of yourself and you're reflecting how far you've gone. Now, that often appears when the subconscious is kind of preparing you for what you're doing at this moment. A new phase, a new decision, a new purpose. Now, the future ideas that you sent into your dreams, that's about you're receiving intuitive impressions, but the mind kind of dismisses them because they don't yet fit into the logic. And that happens when your intuition runs ahead of your current reality. So insights relate to the future creative of life, well, directions, but also the message that is there. That is not literal. It is very, very symbolic. So you're meant to hold the feeling, but you're not meant to hold the details. Your intuition is opening for you. It's not trying to confuse you. About the paper, the rabbit symbolizes your intuition. It's new beginnings. It's sensitivity. It's fertility of ideas. How your uncle Albert and his family felt about your portfolio and the art altogether. We're going to go and look. Oh, please. Oh, please. Just stay there. Okay. Here we go. Hold on. We're going to go and look. All right. How Uncle Albert and his family felt about portfolio. They saw growth, they saw maturity, they saw dedication. Uncle Albert in particular feels like he took you more seriously than before, that he recognized your professionalism, but also saw a potential into your creative path altogether. Now, they may have been unspoken admiration, and that type isn't loudly expressed, but it is felt quite strongly. So I'm going to say to you, it's like if the message that is being said here is that you are becoming yourself, your true self. This is about how new opportunities and better opportunities are going to be coming towards you. Now through end of January 2026, you're into a lot of decisiveness, a lot of thoughts, a lot of transitions, a lot of emotional clearing. You're into a lot of quiet internal rebuilding. You're moving away from self-doubt to self-trust. You're going from old identity to your authentic path. There's moments where you'll have nostalgia. There's moments where there will be reflection. There's moments where you'll be questioning relationships and connections and who's supporting you or who's not. Creatively, you're entering into a gestation period. You're not stagnant, you're ripening. By late January, more ideas, more emotional heaviness, more confidence is coming your way. So I'm basically going to say into your general energy, you're grounding yourself a little bit more. There's more self-care. You're focusing a little bit more onto yourself. You're focusing on what feels more safe for you, and you're trying to get away from things that are actually more draining altogether. As for the last dream, hold on. Making airplanes. We're going to go and look. Here we go. Love Shine is next game on, and MZ, by the way. I know I'm right. I'm always right on. But thank you. When am I off? When am I off? When am I off? I don't know. Probably sometimes. I don't know. All right, hold on. All right. My email is stuck. I hate when that happens. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. All right. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to take out more cards. But I'm actually going to switch up decks. I feel like switching up decks. Here we go. The students making airplanes. They're trying, but they're failing. That's like me. Don't ask me to make an airplane. I can't. But airplanes symbolize actually a lot of ambition, a lot of goals. A lot of wanting to take off into life altogether. So it actually reflects a lot of feelings of frustration, maybe even uncertainty about achieving a goal, which would be your goal towards your portfolio at your career. The fact of asking other students for tips show a desire for guidance, but also learning from others. Now, going to suppliers but ending up at a burger shop, that's kind of shifting from a serious goal to something that is casual, unrelated. So it's like if distractions are coming into the way of your real life plan. So be careful for the distractions. Adding 4 to 6 rocks, that's about stability, it's about effort, it's about obstacles altogether. It's about building a foundation, it's about strengthening something that is stronger. Overall, this dream is asking you to take your ambitions and your creative goals and make something of it. Go ahead, do the achievement you want. That you're still into a learning process. There will be challenges, there will be distractions, there will be unexpected twists, but try to reach your goals anyways. It's common to have those kind of dreams like that are mixed, that are goal oriented and overthinking sometimes in creative people like you are, and they do show a lot of unpredictability into that kind of a way. So yeah. Big Cleo, Watson does not, but I do. Big Cleo, you are at 1 hour 23, sweetie. There you go, my love. Gonna go see Love Shine. You will shut your mouth? Why? Non, la porte est barrée, je suis encore en live, Mathias. Ouais, c'est correct. Ouais, c'est correct, Mathias. Okay, here you go. You got scared? No. Oh, she's scared of a ghost. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go and see Love Shine, and I'm just gonna let Maxwell in because apparently Maxwell wants to come into the room. Maxwell's gonna, not Maxwell. Love Shine's gonna be at 142. Hold on. Goosebumps. I don't know. Goosebumps still plays, doesn't it? Like on Netflix or something. All right. But yeah, I don't know. I think it still plays on Netflix. Okay, you guys are probably going to see some type of kitty cats coming on in. I see kitty cats. Okay, Love Shine. Here we go. How's he feeling towards you? Up next is Game On and Julie. So, how is... You might see a kitty cat or two. I don't know. One of them was trying to break down my door a second ago. How's he feeling towards wife? I do have our Knight of Swords. I do also have our Nine of Wands. And I have our Six. Honestly, at this moment, it's like we're kind of upset. There's nothing lovey-dovey. There's nothing sweet. There's nothing caring. It's just, I've got my guards up. I'm doing what I must. And that's it. So I'm not going to say there's conflicts. I'm not going to say they're angry. They're just doing what they need to do under their own side. Nothing much more. Who's there? Who's that? Hey, sweetie. Come here. Come here, beauty. No, you're going to go away? Okay. Pixel came to play with my feet and left. All right. Oh, do you think she does? Maybe she does. I don't know. What do you need to know, Big Cleo? What do you need to know, my love? Here we go. I do have our World. I do have our Two of Wands, and I do also have our Queen of Wands. So basically what I'm seeing over here is in regards to you, look, we have love, we have desire, but everything is a little bit just the way that it is. There's no big movements happening between the both of you. The love is there, but it's kind of stagnant. There's no great fluctuations. But at the same time, there's nothing bad that is happening. So I'm basically going to say we're content with you. Okay, Big Cleo, give me a second. I'm going to finish on up with Love Shine, and I'll ask that for you. Oh, geez, Louise. Sweetie, I am not even using the deck that you want me to. Ah, Love Shine, please forgive me. All right, let's go see what we have going on for you over here. And hi, Max. I got Max over there. I was wondering, I've been looking for Max for 2 hours in the house. Didn't know where he was. All right, What does he want to say to you that he is not saying? Honestly, that sometimes he feels that life is a little bit too quick, that he doesn't have enough time to spend with you, when he would honestly really just like to spend more time with you. That's it. That's all. It's not a bad confession altogether. And what does he want to say to you into the Love Tarot? Love Tarot for toi. I think about you. I want to jump into anything with you. I'm ready to do anything with you. You say it, I'll do it. I think about you and I want to put more time and I want to put more effort into this relationship because you truly do mean the world to me and he truly does love you. All beautiful cards all together, my beautiful love shine. So I will say take this beautiful energy and move on forward with it. Hi Diane, nice to see you, sweetie. Hi Max. Big Cleo to answer. You want to ask if P will date anybody before he approaches you, romantically speaking. The cards show that it is a no. King of Pentacles not moving on forward. Four of Pentacles also. And we also don't even have the want or the desire to do so. So I will say a no onto this one, my love. It is a clear, absolute no. Game on, medal on, sweetie. I'm yours. How is your boss feeling about your performance? Let's go and see. Yeah, all reversed. It's all good. Well, it's all good for you. Sometimes reverse cards are not good, but the ones that you did get, they're good. All right, so let's just go over here. Oh, sweetie pie. Hold on just a second, guys. Oh, sweet Lord. All right, here we go, guys. Game on. I've got you. And we're going to go over here. So how does he feel about your performance, and has Taurus been thinking about you? Let's go and see. It's my pleasure, sweetie. Do you think you work for a government till you retire? Probably not, sweetie. Oh, hi, Julie. Yeah, it's good because you're next. No, I don't actually see you working with a government, my beautiful. You're probably going to be working for some type of little company along the way, sweetie. Yeah. I don't see you being in something that is big, that is very corporate, into that kind of a way. Now, game on. How is your boss, Adrian, actually feeling about your performance? Yeah, you've asked about this. You've asked about this before. You kind of a little bit kind of wondering about it, right? I feel like your boss observes quietly, not voicing everything. Like there's a watchful awareness. There's a sense that this person sees your efforts, but it's like they're waiting to see something in particular. They're waiting for like some type of result, some type of consistency before fully acknowledging anything. So I feel like there's a mix of appreciation, but there's also a mix of like there's almost like a quiet scrutiny that is there. I feel like you need to keep steady. I feel like you need to continue to show diligence, and I feel like you need to maintain your integrity, because I feel like your actions are speaking louder than anything else at this moment. I really do feel as though your boss is somebody who keeps a lot within. He like watches and kind of spies. He's a little bit like that hawk. He has a lot. He jots down things. He writes things down. He really does like you, honestly, but he's never really going to say it. He might just throw little, like, you know, pieces of, you know, little informations every here and there, but nothing much more. Nothing is fully, completely concrete. It always leaves you a little bit onto the side, a little bit wondering, a little bit, you never get that full reassurance of, oh my God, you're the best employee. You do this so fantastically. You do this. I admire this, and like so many things. That's what I'm seeing. So, yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Does that make any sense, sweetie pie? You found out he's a Capricorn like you. I know. Oh, that is so close by. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Let's go see about Taurus, sweetie. Let's go find that for you. Alrighty. And Julie, you are going to be on up next. So, how does the Taurus and how has he been thinking of you altogether? Alrighty. So, let's go and see that together, my sweetie pie. Alrighty. And then I'm going to give you the Hermit cards also. I've got you. I feel like he's been pondering a lot. He's wondering a lot. Like, he's in between so many things. You're actually dealing with somebody who is into his... you're asking for Hermit cards, and this person is into a Hermit type of an energy. Just kind of wondering, what do I do? How do I move on forward? It's like the thoughts are there, they're present, but they're subtle. It's like he thinks about you, he considers, he has feelings with you, but doesn't know what to do. It's like it's not loud, but it's not overt. Like he's there in patience and observation, but really not chasing. You are always with people who are not chasing. You're always with these little snails, sweetie pie. But he's contemplating the connection, but he is contemplating it, I'm going to say slowly and kind of privately. So it's a little bit of it's definitely a curious place to be into altogether, my love. I feel like you're dealing with somebody at this moment who wants you, who thinks about you, who wonders about you, but somebody who is so very calm and not necessarily doing anything about anything in any kind of shape, form, or way. So I'm basically going to say to you over here, my love, you're a little bit like into a waiting phase. You're waiting to see what's going to be happening and how things are going to be moving on forward. Yeah, I'm going to give you some Hermit cards. Does that make any sense to you, my sweetie pie? Let me know. He's like always a little bit stuck into that. Yeah, huge snails, like huge snails, like snails, like always very snailishly. Uh, yeah, it's a it's it's a crazy little place to actually be into. Yeah. Let me give you into the Hermit cards. I know, it's gigantic, right? I know. Okay, hold on. Let me go and see into the Hermit cards what I've got for you. And Julie, you're going to be on up next, sweetie pie. All right, just one moment. Hey, Max, nice to see you, sweetie patootie. Mm-hmm. Nice to see you, love. All right. You have a feeling you might work for the government. You could, sweetie, you could. All right. I want you to know that you do matter to me. Love is the answer. Max and Pixel, get out of my wires. I am coming towards you. Please. Oh, no, shit. Please do. No. Please. Please do. I'm sorry. I've got weird calls coming on in. I wish and I dream for absolutely everything. I need you to listen to your heart. Also need you over here, a reach out. But I'm also getting a lot of balance and I'm getting a lot of strength and ego. Max and Pixel are both playing around underneath my wires, underneath my desk, which I don't like all that much. But they're fluctuating now. They've changed places. They're battling elsewhere. I don't know what the heck they're doing. They're both there, both of them. Sweet Lord. No, it's driving me nuts. What the heck are they doing? Sweet Lord. All right, hold on. Julie, here we go, my sweet love. Okay, here we go. Hold on, guys, just 1 second. All right. Julie, here we go. Your questions are not into my email. They are over here. See if we can find it. I feel like a cherche et trouve. What did I say into your last day that makes him think and feel so much love? If we can find it, then that is fine. I don't know that. I don't know. There is something that you specifically said, my beautiful Julie, that has to do with work. It really, really has to do with work, and it has to do with, it's like a loving, beautiful vibe that you gave him regarding work. And I don't know, for him, it kind of I don't want to say transpires. You can't say that in English. It transferred into like some type of loving thing at the same time. That's what I'm gathering from it. It's something that you said that made him feel and think so deeply into this conversation. There was something that was so genuine into what you said, into the affection and into the attention. It's like if every single little word that you said made him feel like he was important, that he mattered. And for some reason, that made him feel like he never felt before. You just spoke with an openness and a warmth that made him feel like he was valued. At the same time, you validated his presence and his importance. So whatever it is that you said is some type of a compliment. I don't know what it is. It's some type of a compliment. And it made him feel like vulnerable. It made him feel seen. And it made him feel appreciated. But I can definitely say to you, it was somewhat of a compliment. It was a phrase or it was a sentiment that would trigger. What are you doing, sweetie pie? Max, get down. Sweet Lord, that actually triggered this. I don't know if you guys can see Max. Maybe not. He's not into the light. He's playing with my witch bells. No, it's during your date. It's definitely during your date, sweetie. No, you don't see him. He's there. Let me do this. He's there. He's playing around. What are you doing, Max? Oh, sweet Lord. Wait. Now I'm just playing around with the camera, but you should actually see him. Yeah. He's like there. There you go. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Yeah, he takes the rose all the time. He takes everything away. Sweet Lord. All right, I'm gonna go and see Hanson. Yeah. He leaves with everything. Last night he slept with me because Pixel was not here, and he slept over here. He leaves the roses. Now they're back underneath. They're trouble. These two together are troubles. All right, let's go into the general. Let's go see what we've got. All right. What do I have for you? Honestly, into your general, from what I can see at this moment, there is a lot. Oh, now she's eating my shoes. Pixel, don't do that. Pixel, go away. Okay. From what I can see at this moment, we are into a place... We are into a place where there's a lot of, I'm going to say, thoughts and ideas and wants and desires for the future. But there's a lot up into the air, but there's a lot that we have to work towards. There's a lot that we need to go in towards and go and get. I'm basically going to say at this moment that we're into a place where the future is wide open. It's really just a question of going to pick whatever it is that you actually want at this moment. There is no real blockages for you at this moment, my dear Juanson. There is only openings. It's all a decision, and it's all a question of timing when you're going to decide what you're actually going to go and pick up and what you're going to take. as we move on forward into your love life, I'm being harassed, honestly. 6-1 numéro de téléphone sur le Snapchat même. 1 minute. Oh, une. Ok, une minute. Ok. Tiens-toi, bye. All right. That being said, sweet Lord, I have cats attacking my underneath bed. I've got phone ringing off. I don't know. It's a crazy evening. Yeah, they're adorable, all right? Yeah, they are. Good night, sweetie. Bye. Yeah, you're right. How did you know? No, we're actually closed. We've been closed for like 45 minutes, sweetie pie. Love-wise, what I'm actually going to say for you at this moment, sweetie, is there is a great question over here of... there's a great question of patience. There's a question of love, of patience, and of opening. I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. I feel as though there is many different type of possibilities that are opening on up for you. I just feel as though you need to have a little bit of patience, okay? And I feel as though everything's going to open on up for you, sweetie. So keep your heart open. Keep everything open in regards to that, and love will come your way. Whoever this is that I see is more into the springtime, and this person seems to have darker colored hair. Whoever this person is, very sweet, very loving, very kind, but very intimate. This is not somebody who speaks a lot. This is somebody who is very much internal, I'm going to say. This is somebody who is very close on by. They don't talk all that much, but when they talk, you will know. So I'm basically going to say to you, sweetie pie, stay open for that love. It's definitely coming your way. What does she want to say towards you today? Oh, did you? Oh, sweet Lord. You hear everything. Good thing you didn't hear the rest of it. Sweet Lord. You hear way too many things. Other than that, I feel as though she does think about you. You are always into her thoughts, into her ideas, into the connection. She seeks a lot of clarity within the connection and a lot of what has happened between you guys. I feel like there's a lot of things that are not clear into her mind. Oh, sweet. I would be curious to know what exactly you heard once then. I didn't say anything I was not supposed to. All right, as we move on forward, I feel as though there's a lot that she would like to say to you in regards to the connection. I feel as though she thinks about you often. I feel like she wonders about you often. And I feel like she wonders what could have happened within this connection. I honestly do feel as though she truly is wanting and desiring, I'm going to say, a connection with you into the future. No matter how it is that it's actually going to be appearing. Yeah. Yeah, you know way too much. Way too much. Here we go. An angel message. Your words and presence carry the power to touch hearts deeply. Speak from your truth and let your affection shine without restraint. An oracle message. Moments of reflection bring understanding. Pause, breathe, and honor the connection that you share. And love messages, sweetie. Here we go. Every moment with you has always lingered into my heart. You always make me feel seen. I always feel cherished. I always feel safe, even in silence. Your words are deeply within my heart for all times. That being said, we will end the live, and I will send you the timestamps, and we will see each other tomorrow. Same place, same time. No, it's okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sweet dreams, and love you guys. Good night.